This is CBC Here and Now.
Should I have to defend that I want to live here?
Welcome to St. Brendan's, the most expensive ferry operation in the province.
I said to my brother when I saw it the first time, I said, I think that's a nail in the coffin for St. Brendan's.
Do you want to save money on your electricity bill? Well, there's a new program, but one analyst says it could drive the price for Muskrat Falls Energy even higher.
It's not going to be a solution whatsoever.
They've come from away to live in Gander.
It's a very quiet town. I love it.
We saw people who really needed help, who were in a desperate situation.
Well, here you feel peace of mind. You don't worry about tomorrow.
Our fall foliage is peaking across many parts of the island right now, but these beautiful scenes are about to change as a windy system blows into the region.
Now to our top story. We are a small population that is spread over a vast area, and providing public services here is never cheap.
Well, tonight, an example of that high cost, the ferry service to St. Brendan's on the Eastport Peninsula.
It costs millions to operate and service an island community with a population that wouldn't even fill 2 school buses. Here now's Terry Roberts has our story.
Here she comes, practically new, nearly $30 million to build. The MV Grey Sparks, made to move people and vehicles. But in a province that some say is at the edge of a financial cliff, this service stands out.
I would hate to be the person that had to keep the books.
$6 million to operate, only a small fraction recovered in user fees, serving a remote island with 114 people, and dropping fast. On this trip, a full vehicle deck, 9 passengers. Annual cost per resident last year, $42,000, according to government figures. But that's based on population numbers from a few years ago, far, far higher than any other run in the province. This run on the Labrador coast, another on the island's south coast, and the busy Bell Island service. It's a touchy subject here. No one wants us doing a story like this, especially their pull-no-punches mayor.
I'm not worried about what it costs to people to live in Burnside or what it costs to people to live in St. John's, so why are they worried about us? I'm too busy during the day to even think about how other people live, and I think they should do the same.
This is their highway, their right as citizens. No apologies given.
Should I have to defend that I want to live here? I don't know any other place to live. Crosses my mind lots. Where would I go? Don't know.
The cost of the ferry service, the sprawling all-grade school with its 9 students, nearly 9 kilometers of provincial roads, health services. It's a touchy subject.
I will fight for this community. I will fight every breath is in me.
You're going to chisel us off and leave the Avalon, saw us off there by a long harbour, and if you're only going to keep the pieces that you want.
But even local residents have their concerns about the cost of the ferry.
A lot of people thought it was a good thing to get this big ferry, but I said to my brother when I saw it the first time, I said, I think that's a nail in the coffin for St. Brendan's. Too big, too much money.
So a round trip from Burnside to St. Brendan's, me, videographer Cal Tobin, and our vehicle, $34. But this vessel, this service is very heavily subsidized. The actual cost to taxpayers, nearly $500. No one wants to pay more, and government is cutting back. Fewer trips, slower speeds to save fuel. What other options are there? Resettlement? Be careful about that.
Don't mention the word, or someone will have you in the freezer for lobster bait next spring.
No one has ever mentioned resettlement to me or to anyone on council, and I have no intentions of going out to look for resettlement.
Life here is simple. The people are genuine and support each other, deeply rooted. If St. Brendan's is going to disappear, it will occur naturally, they say.
We're hoping to die with dignity. We're gradually losing. Every year we lose, older people off the top and young people moving away. And it's probably going to come faster than I anticipate.
Terry Roberts, CBC News, St. Brendan's.
So does the province have any plans to address the cost of this service?
Well, here's what the minister said this afternoon about the St. Brendan's Run and the MV Grace Sparks.
Look at vessel capacity, and this particular vessel is at, I think, 13% passenger capacity and 22% vehicle capacity. So when you look at those numbers, Terry, they don't fit.
And it appears a major shakeup of the entire marine service system could be in the works.
And you know, the time has come in this province when there are tough conversations that we have to have with a lot of our rural communities, and you know, that's something that we're going to have to do. The reality is upon us.
Now, Crocker added that the government is preparing to issue a request for proposals for ferry services on the island's south coast, where there are currently 6 different runs.
And that could certainly change the scope of the service, how many daily runs, and what capacity is actually needed.
And starting tomorrow, Here and Now tackles an issue that people on St. Brendan's may soon have to consider themselves: relocation.
People in Williams Harbour on Labrador's southern shore voted last year to relocate. Now the time has come to move on.
Of course, there's more on this story on our website. You can check it out there. But now let's bring in Ryan Snoddon, because tomorrow is a big night and people want to know if you're going to be a ghost or a goodie.
I'm going to be a flying witch, sailing on those winds that are moving in. And, you know, an unprecedented decision in western parts of Labrador. Maybe not unprecedented, probably not the first time that Halloween has been postponed in this province, but certainly a rarity. How's that? Western parts of Labrador, Wabash has decided to postpone Halloween until Wednesday night, November 1st. Labrador City will make their decision tomorrow. Churchill Falls has postponed till Wednesday night as well, but it's all because of this. Wind warnings in place for western into central parts of Labrador, gusts up to 110 kilometers per hour tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. So that's when winds will peak there. Special weather statements in effect for Happy Valley Goose Bay and the coast, with gusts up to 90 kilometers per hour tomorrow late afternoon into the evening hours. Now for the west coast, winds are peaking tonight, and in fact are already seeing some very strong winds in the Rec House area. So by the time we get to tomorrow evening, this is our Halloween snapshot. Gusts 60, 70 kilometers per hour across the western half of the island, 50 to 60 for the east, but dry, so, and mild as well, double-digit temps. So you won't need to put the snowsuit on over top of the Superman suit this year. It's a good thing there. But again, across Labrador, winds are the big story. We're 90 to 100 plus kilometer per hour gusts. Chance of some flurries in the west. Again, you're not going to be trick-or-treating anyway, but it's in the east where things are looking breezy but quiet. We'll have more on this and your full forecast details in just a few minutes. Anthony?
Thanks, Ryan. Now, if you're looking to upgrade the energy efficiency of your house, today the province announced a new program that just might help. The province is offering loans of up to $10,000 for upgrades, and it will cover things such as heat pumps or let you add some insulation in your basement or your attic. Now, you will have to pay back the money over 5 years, including interest of about 4.5%, and it's only available for people who heat with electricity. There's no program at all for people who are on oil. But with Muskrat Falls set to increase electricity rates for all of us, there's a warning tonight that this new program may actually make the problem even worse. Here Now's Peter Cowan is live in our newsroom with that part of the story. So Peter, explain this to me. How can saving energy actually drive prices up?
Yeah, Anthony, this is just another example of how Muskrat Falls is really going to turn our thinking about some things completely on its head. And encouraging people to save energy may be something that's politically popular, but let me just break down how that could actually drive up the overall price per kilowatt hour that people are paying. It all comes down to the fact that the costs for Muskrat Falls are essentially fixed. That means that every year ratepayers are going to have to pay about $700 million a year, no matter how much power they actually use, because we're only going to be using about 30% of the power from the project. So if one person uses less power, someone else has to make up that difference so the total amount being paid stays the same, making the overall problem of the cost of power worse, driving up the price per kilowatt hour. Here's how an energy analyst explained it for me today.
What conservation does is it has the effect of shifting the cost customer to another. It doesn't change the total amount of money that has to be collected.
Now, I pressed the Premier today on this question, and he doesn't seem to be too concerned about this effect. Are you concerned, though, that by lowering that demand, you're going to drive up the overall cost for electricity?
I would be. I don't think we should ever waste electricity. It's based on that priority, that premise for us. We should never waste electricity. So when we get in, therefore, the reverse to that would be to drive out demand for families in Newfoundland and Labrador. Therefore, you'd increase the demand. Therefore, the electricity rates, we would still have to subsidize in some fashion.
So what is the best option to try and keep those electricity rates lower? Well, it would be to find new customers for this power in Newfoundland and Labrador, perhaps big industrial customers. But right now, with the price of power set to be 23.3 cents a kilowatt hour, that's a tough sell. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Peter Cowan for Here and Now.
Fire destroyed a condominium building that was being built on Bay Bulls Road in the Kilbride neighborhood of St. John's. Fire crews were called to the Parkview Condos construction site around 2:30 a.m. The fire burned so intensively that several houses in the area had to be evacuated. There were no injuries and crews were unable to save the building. The development was to contain 14 condo units. One had already been sold and 5 more were to be finalized today. Police say the fire appears to be suspicious.
The military is taking action against Courtney Lake's ex-boyfriend. Philip Smith was convicted of assaulting Lake before she went missing 5 months ago. Police consider her disappearance to be a homicide investigation. Now, officials say Smith has been relieved of his military duties in the reserves. Here Now's Carolyn Stokes has the details.
The Canadian Armed Forces is deciding whether to kick Philip Smith out of its ranks for good. Smith has been with the reserves for 8 years. He joined as a combat engineer. He's a corporal with the 37 Combat Engineer Regiment in St. John's. In June, the 25-year-old was convicted of assaulting Courtney Lake and of distributing intimate images of her. He also breached orders to stay away from Lake and her mother. The day Smith was released from custody, Lake went missing, last seen getting into a black pickup truck near her home. Police now believe she was murdered. Smith is not facing any charges related to her disappearance. Military officials say Smith's convictions led to the action they took. A statement from the Canadian Armed Forces reads, "Sexual misconduct and harmful and inappropriate sexual behavior of any kind is abhorrent and has no place in our Canadian Armed Forces. Our institution's culture of personal and professional respect is non-negotiable." That sexual misconduct refers to the conviction for distributing intimate images of Lake. Smith sent Lake's new boyfriend nude images of her through Facebook, and military rules say any personnel found guilty of sexual misconduct will face a review and possible release from the Canadian Armed Forces. Carolyn Stokes, CBC News, St. John's.
This is the new safe house for women and children fleeing violence in Hopedale. It's finally open 7 years after its predecessor was burned down by an intruder. The house, which had been open for a week, has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So far, there haven't been any clients, but staff expect that to change once word gets around town. Tonight, Here and Now has new video from the day a St. John's cab driver was arrested. Lulzim Jakopage's sexual assault trial was delayed today, but video entered into evidence sheds light on how he acted the day he was taken into custody. Here and Now's Ariana Kelland reports.
RNC headquarters, 2 months after a woman reports being assaulted by her cabbie in Paradise. Police zone in on this citywide taxi driver and lay out the allegations.
As she was getting out of her cab, grabbed her and forcefully kissed her. Yes, why? That's what she says. Grabbed her by the back of the neck. So why would she say that? Not a clue.
The woman says her driver stopped at this Irving in Paradise earlier in the night. She asked him to take money out for her while she was on the phone. Lulzim Jakopage doesn't dispute this is him.
You can see it. Here it is right here. Look. Yeah, that's me. Like, you can see it. Okay.
Despite that, Jakopage isn't concerned about the allegations. Not in the slightest.
I really got no worries, and you do your work. I'm going to go and take a nap because I really got no worries. How's that?
He's so certain, at times he scoffs at the allegations against him.
All right. I mean, I gotta be honest, It's a serious charge, right? Sexual assault is a serious charge.
It is, but I know I never assaulted nobody.
Jacopage switches between denial and bravado, telling Sergeant McNeil he only goes for 6s and 7s, no ugly ones.
If I had to assault anybody sexually, you know where I worked? I worked with for 2 years. Yeah. There is all the hottest woman at the Martini Bar, and I never got charged for no assaults out there.
Days after this interview, a second woman passenger comes forward and accuses him of dragging, kissing, and hauling her pants down. He's also charged with that assault.
I know that I'm going to walk out laughing and smiling, because I got no worries, and that's the end of the story.
So far, 2 women have identified Lulzum Jacopage as the man who sexually assaulted them. But the Crown hasn't finished its case, and the defense could still call witnesses. The trial continues tomorrow. Ariana Kelland, CBC News, St. John's.
A man is dead following a crash involving an all-terrain vehicle and a truck in Deer Park near Salmonier Line. The 45-year-old died when the ATV he was driving collided with a truck on Vinland Road yesterday afternoon. No one in the truck was injured. Meet Helene Abraham and her family and several other families that have come to Gander, a place that has welcomed them with open arms.
And later, what an instant choir cooked up in St. John's on Saturday.
Welcome back to Here and Now. Immigrants may be this province's best bet to offset a dwindling population. The exodus of Syrians because of the civil war there has seen most refugees bound for Newfoundland and Labrador settle in St. John's. The town of Gander, with so few people from the Middle East, adopted a different strategy. And I recently traveled to Gander to meet some of the Syrians who now live there and one of the community leaders who's helping them to adjust. Talal, how have you adjusted to life in Gander?
Well, it's a very quiet town. I love it. The people are very friendly. And from the first day I saw that everyone, you know, saying hello to each other. So they are very friendly, you know.
And for your children, how are they adjusting to life here in Newfoundland?
Well, adjusting fast, and it's very safe for children. Well, here you feel peace of mind. You don't worry about tomorrow.
Right.
In Syria, I was worrying what could happen tomorrow. If I went to market, you know,
yeah,
I'm worried that maybe I will not come back to home.
What do you miss the most about Syria?
Well, as a country, I didn't miss that much, you know how, but I miss my parents very much. I miss my friends.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Look at you all dressed up.
You know, there's a woman here, a good friend of yours now.
Yeah, Mrs. Diane.
Yeah, Diane. How has Diane helped you and other Syrians here in Gander?
Well, she did a great job. There's a group, you know, of many people in Gander, and everyone was responsible for something. But Diane, till now, she's helping us and taking care of us.
For me and for the committee, Gander Refugee Outreach, we saw people who really needed help, who were in a desperate situation. And we need more people in Gander. We need people who are willing to come here and live and work. We need more kids in our school. We're a retirement town, and we don't have the work base here anymore. Just about every employer in Gander is advertising, and we just thought it was something maybe that we could help with.
This is the teacher, you know?
Right.
Yeah, before the school opening, she called everyone, she gave them what we do, and you know, she put on Facebook the photo of school, and you have to go from this door and not this door, and you will meet this teacher.
Right, so she gave you sort of step-by-step advice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We had 10 children, doctor's appointments and dentist appointments and things like that. So language, you know, we had to balance our time well because we were trying to make sure that every family was getting attention.
So you've been here for a year. What has changed the most for you over the last year?
My language, my school, my life. Like the life here is so different in my country. And the people so nice with me.
Really?
Yeah.
On a personal level, what do you get out of helping Syrian families come to Gander?
Syrian food. More Syrian food than I could ever eat. But it's all part of their culture the same way it's part of our culture. Someone comes in and you offer them food and you welcome them. They're just lovely people. They're funny. They've got great senses of humor. They're very appreciative.
What are your hopes for the future for you and your family?
Well, I wish them to study in universities and get good careers, you know. My daughter, she's dreaming to be a doctor, and my son, fireman.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love to be a doctor, and I'm good at school, so I'm not very bad.
Yeah. Do you have any concerns about living in Newfoundland?
No.
What do you like the most about Gander?
Everything.
What a lovely glimpse into how they're getting along here. And I like Diane's honesty. It's the Syrian food.
Absolutely, yeah. And they offered us over there, but we didn't have a chance. But no, the big challenge for Gander, of course, can they keep immigrants there? Because it's more difficult in central Newfoundland than it is here in the capital city.
Mm-hmm. And they're getting used to the cold weather.
They were a little freaked out last year when Ryan Snoddon delivered them 150 centimeters of snow over 2 days. They liked the snow the first time, but the second day, okay, enough is enough
I can
already.
understand that pain.
It's a giant tarp that weighs 2 tons. When finished, it will measure 400 feet by 240. Can you guess where they'll use it? The answer coming up on Here and Now.
This weather update is brought to you by the Take Charge Business Efficiency Program. Over 400 businesses have saved energy and taken charge of their bottom line. Find out how you can too.
It's the time of year you might be having a little bit of back pain. I don't know about you two, but I did a fair bit of raking yesterday. It seems almost futile because I got up today and it looked like I hadn't done a thing.
It's true. You should just wait for the wind because it's on the way.
He says he's got a blower, one of those leaf blower.
Don't tell my neighbor.
Yeah, that's right.
Blow them all over.
Yeah, you use the
He wouldn't do
blower and
that.
then say, oh, looks like the wind blew all those leaves into your yard.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. The cat's out of the bag now. Then the leaves will be out of the bag too if you leave them laying around. Some very strong winds on the way, and we're not the only ones. If you've seen some coverage today from Ontario, have a look. This is this exact same system that's moving into our neck of the woods. It hit the Eastern Ontario region overnight into early this morning.
Wow.
And you can see some significant damage there. Top gusts in the 70, 80, 90 kilometer per hour range, which doesn't sound like much, but this time of year, with the trees completely loaded with leaves, they're like great big canopies that catch the wind. And so, thousands without power. And as we have moved into Atlantic Canada today, those strong winds have been spreading into our neck of the woods.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to be cheap for sure. There'll be some insurance companies getting some phone calls for sure today. Now, have a look at some of those gusts today across Atlantic Canada. These are your top wind gusts. 100 at the Halifax Airport at Stanfield. We had some gusts in that 70-plus range across PEI. Of course, Cape Breton, close to 100 kilometers per hour. And how about Wreckhouse? Gusts already of 115 kilometers per hour. Winds will strengthen there through this evening. We could see gusts in Wreckhouse upwards of 150 kilometers per hour before midnight. Now, you can see where the winds have been relatively light today. These are your current gusts over most of Newfoundland, but again, these winds are moving in. These are your current wind gusts, so it's tapered off a little bit in Halifax, but we will see, again, that strongest wind moving into our neck of the woods. Upwards of 110 kilometers per hour for exposed areas of the west coast tonight, and we have a wind warning in effect for western parts of Newfoundland for later tomorrow. That's when the strongest winds will move across the big land, is later tomorrow afternoon into the evening, hence why Halloween and the trick-or-treating has been postponed in places like Wabush and Churchill Falls. So we're keeping an eye on this system as it wraps up, gets even tighter, and rolls in through the overnight tonight with periods of rain and those strong winds, again, really ramping up. For the rest of the island, winds aren't going to be a huge concern. We're looking at gusts in the, as we look at the rain moving in alongside the winds, again, just starting to work into the Port aux Basques region. Check out the winds. These are your future casts. This is the gusts from the Euro forecast model, which I think has a pretty good handle on this system so far. Even, as I mentioned, the strongest gusts later tomorrow for Labrador City, but even tonight from the southeast, could see some gusts upwards of 90 there. And again, the west coast into some of those strong winds through the overnight. For Tuesday morning, strong winds in that 60, 70 kilometer per hour range across central parts of Newfoundland. For the Avalon, I think we start dry for you early rise, just with a chance of a shower, and then the heaviest rains will roll in for tomorrow morning. Some fog patches as well. Again, some winds gusting upwards of 60, 70 kilometers per hour. So all that beautiful foliage, you know, you may think, oh, 60, 70, that won't do too much damage, but it's been so dry that I don't think those trees have much strength to hang on to those leaves, and there'll be lots of leaves blowing around tonight through tomorrow. Temperatures in that 8, 10, 11 degree range, so actually rising through the overnight for some of us. And then as we roll throughout the day tomorrow, note the rain that's clearing from west to east and tapering off through the mid-afternoon time period for St. John's as late as the drive home. But either way, the good news is the trick-or-treating forecast looks dry with, again, those winds a little on the breezy side and, you know, straight up strong winds for western Labrador, even the eastern parts of Labrador, Happy Valley, Goose Bay towards the southeast, some gusts in that 70, 80, even 90 kilometer per hour range. So showers early, tapering off Corner Brook, Grossmore, and Humber Valley. Then for mid to late morning, central Newfoundland, that rain clears. And then again, for the afternoon, the rain will push off for eastern parts of Newfoundland. And again, those gusts in that 70 as strong as 80 km/h range along parts of the coast. So very, very windy through tomorrow with lots of leaves being blown around. And for the coast of Labrador, again, looking at those gusts upwards of 70, 80, 90 km/h with double-digit temps. And we're near 1 in Labrador City with flurries on the menu wrapping in through the day. And so one last look, because this graphic and the dancing mummy never get old.
Mummy.
Yes. Who doesn't love a dancing mummy, right? There are those double-digit temps again on the island. So, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, always a bonus when you don't have to put a coat on over top of the costume.
Yeah, it's true.
Which we have to do a lot of in this neck of the woods.
It took us ages to get those bandages on Ryan, by the way, to actually shoot that little segment. Now, you talk about Halloween, not a bad forecast for the island at least, but nonetheless, winter is coming, no doubt. As I mentioned, lots of leaves being scooped up here and there.
And another sure sign, that big pile of salt down on the harbor front.
That's right. It's building and growing. And if you're like me, you've probably wondered where they get the giant tarp to cover that. Well, here now's Fred Hutton has the answer to that question.
There's no mistaking the time of year when you see this near the waterfront in St. John's. Road crews will dig into this mountain of salt to melt the ice on our roads this winter. But in the months before it's used, it needs to be covered. And for that, you need a tarp. A really big tarp. Enter Milton Spracklin and his crew from United Sail Works. They're hard at work putting together this massive covering.
It's about 1.5 miles of sewing, 2 tons by the time we're finished it.
This tarp is so big that it has to be put together at the indoor soccer complex in Pleasantville. Even with a team of helpers, it's so heavy, they'll also need forklifts and trucks to help spread it out. Spracklin's crew already assembled the tarp that covers the smaller pile of salt at the Harvey's Wharf. He says this bigger one they're working on now will be about 400 feet by 240 feet, but it's not the biggest he's ever made.
In years past, while we were over here, we constructed a tarp that was about 300 by 500 for out the bull arm to cover the iron ore in the Hebron.
When this one is done, it will be carefully folded and rolled small enough to fit in the back of a large pickup truck. Then it's shipped off to the waterfront. Not everyone may be looking forward to winter, but think of it this way. As that pile of salt gets smaller, it means we're getting closer to spring. And with warm, sunny days like today, the longer it will be before that salt is needed. Fred Hutton, CBC News, St. John's.
That is one massive tarp.
Fred is the most optimistic reporter I think I've ever met.
Yeah.
Now to a new sport that doesn't mind bad weather, doesn't need salt either, and it appears to be catching on in St. John's. It's called Cyclocross.
I've never heard of this until today. The second race of the season was held on Sunday. It saw participants racing around the Confederation building as many times as possible.
It's a cyclocross race, which is a mix of kind of road biking and mountain biking at the same time. It can happen anywhere, but today we've got it in the field here in front of the Confederation building, and it's just a whole lot of wet, miserable fun. Just get out in autumn and have a good time. I think we've got somewhere between 25 and 30 people on the course today. So it's 40 minutes of biking plus a lap, and it's just however many laps you can get in that amount of time. So some of the people who are going to be up front, they're going to be somewhere maybe around 8 laps or more, and some of the slower people probably somewhere around 5 laps, I'd say. But the point isn't necessarily to win, it's just to show up, get as many laps as you can, and get a good workout on Sunday morning, and like I said, have a lot of fun.
Looks like a great workout.
It is a workout. And apparently the key ingredient, Debbie, is bad weather. So he said it should take off here just about now.
I think I'll watch. Up next, back on top, we'll tell you about the latest victory Newfoundland's Caitlin Osmond has added to her list of accomplishments. Welcome back to Here and Now. Well, it looks like Caitlin Osmond's comeback continues. It took 5 years for the figure skater to climb back to the top of the Skate Canada International podium, but perseverance paid off this weekend in Regina. The 21-year-old from Marystown won the women's singles title Saturday, kicking off the Olympic season. She also landed 3 triple jumps, winning Friday's short program and setting a personal best. Osmond's had a few hard years fraught with injuries, from a torn hamstring to a broken leg that sidelined her from the 2014-15 season. She's back, though.
Another big weekend win yesterday, really rocking it in Saskatchewan yesterday. This time in curling, St. John's skip Brad Guzzu won the curling masters event in Lloydminster, Saskatchewan. The reigning world champion and former Olympic champ broke the match open with a triple in the 5th end against Swedish curler Nicholas Eden. Guzzu said there are some technical aspects that need to be sorted out heading into the Olympic trials in December, but overall he was happy with the team's win.
Well, the past week has been a whirlwind for teachers, administrators, and parents of the nearly 300 children at Bishop Field. They're all pitching in to help move everyone to the old school for the deaf tomorrow. This is the reason for the unexpected move. Part of the concrete gym ceiling crashed to the floor a week ago. No one was in the gym at the time, but the decades-old school was immediately closed. Across town, the School for the Deaf is being ready for the displaced students. About 100 parents were there today helping out. The school district didn't want our cameras inside, but parent Jennifer Newhook stepped out to speak with me. So Jennifer, how is the move going? What's it like inside?
Well, as you can imagine, she is up on wheels today. There have been people going since very first thing this morning, unpacking boxes, moving desks, moving supplies, and just generally trying to get things ready for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
You've had a lot of parents lending a hand as well, hey?
We've had parents cooking meals, volunteering their time and labor, and there's a real good crew going there, and we're just working steadily to get it done.
Now, I understand, Jennifer, you've been assigned to one particular teacher. What were you facing when you walked into that classroom?
Well, when I came in this morning, it was an empty classroom, filled with stacks and stacks of basically banker's boxes that contain the contents of Madame's classroom from Bishop Field, which included garbage bags with the contents of every student's desk dumped in and labeled with their name, their gym shoes, whatever coats and sweaters were hanging on the hooks, all of her curriculum materials, her artwork, her,
No organization, just everything piled.
They had to get things out very quickly. There was no time to pick and choose what was going in each box. They did the best they could, but the priority was just to get it out.
What has this week been like for you? I know you have 2 boys in Bishop Field, grade 3 and 5. Yep. What has this week been like for your family?
Well, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest, because of course a move like this that happened so suddenly, of course, it was very surprising to us all, and upsetting to a degree, because my kids are moving from their downtown community school across town. They now have to take a 20-minute bus ride to get to school. They can no longer come home for lunch as we're used to. So that's a bit of an adjustment for us, and they're leaving the school that they've been at since kindergarten as well.
They are moving with their classmates, so that must make a difference.
We're very pleased with the school board's decision to move the school as a whole to this temporary location at the School for the Deaf. I suppose they could have decided to sprinkle out the kids to various other classrooms, split them up where they would have a different teacher, they'd be missing their friends, and this would all be much more difficult if they had chosen to go this route. So we're very pleased with the support from the school board in placing us in this temporary location.
And speaking of much more difficult, for some of the students at Bishop Field, they have challenges, and I understand that some of them are getting oriented inside today.
Yes, yes, of course, there's Bishop Field is an inclusive school, and there's children there with various sensory issues and spectrum issues. And for them, this move is not as simple as it is maybe perhaps for my boys who are just thinking of switching classrooms and going on the bus. This is something that may be a very big deal for some students. going from walking to taking a long bus ride to going to an unfamiliar location and unfamiliar routines. And this is something we're trying very hard to accommodate here, and some of these families are coming in today to get sort of a preview of the school and to help their kids understand, you know, where their classroom is and what things are going to look like, so that it won't be so much anxiety tomorrow morning.
Speaking of tomorrow morning, I can't imagine what it's going to be like in your household. What are you expecting?
My household is pretty chaotic at the best of times. I expect that to continue. But now it's a question of, okay, if you're late, you miss the bus and I have to drive you. So you better start, you know, getting your stuff together and being on time.
Well, Jennifer, thanks for chatting with me, and the best of luck.
Yes, thank you very much for speaking with me.
That's nice. A pizza shop owner in Clarenville says he's surprised by the number of men who willingly painted one of their fingernails yesterday.
Now, on Friday's Here Now, Sean Hart explained to you a fundraiser he arranged at Danini's Pizza that was designed to raise awareness and money to combat child abuse.
Painting a single fingernail is meant to symbolize that 1 out of every 5 children will suffer some form of abuse, most often at the hands of men.
The event in Clarenville raised almost $500 for Iris Kirby House. The shelter provides safety to women and children who are victims of abuse, and Hart says he was certainly surprised by the attitude of the men who took part.
I came in and I really didn't think I figured he was one of these guys that would never do it. And so I said, "Are you here to get your nail polished?" Figured I would get a really quick no. And he said, he showed me his hand. He already had it done. He said his granddaughter caught him earlier in the day, and he said it was a really good cause, so he had to do it.
He was very happy when I spoke to him. He said a lot of people came in that he wasn't expecting, so we had a good event yesterday in Clarenville.
And for a good cause.
Up next, we ask the question, which is more beautiful, the spoken word or American Sign Language?
Welcome back. And here is our young athlete of the day. This is Gwen Warren from Chapel Arms. She's 5 years old.
And for the past 2 summers, Gwen has participated in Timbit soccer in South Dildo. Gwen also takes ballet and figure skating.
Way to go, Gwen. You're today's young athlete of the day.
I bet she knows all about Caitlin Osmond.
Absolutely.
No doubt, no doubt.
So, lost in all this talk about the wind is, of course, the mild temperatures, and more on the way. We're talking about mid-teens again tomorrow. We should be in the mid to high single digits across the island right now. We should be near freezing in Labrador, and we'll be again above that certainly even for the trick-or-treaters tomorrow evening. So a little bit of good news. Again, if you missed it, the postponed has been the trick-or-treaters until Wednesday night in through Western Labrador. Look at the warm push of air coming in with this system, and you want to talk about big fall systems. What you need is a lot of warm air and a lot of cold air. And when you look at Kenora at -3, Charlottetown at 18, and just a big old stir here of that warm air and cold air doing battle. And that's where we find this big old fall system, which is again snowing itself out over northern Ontario. Big push of warm air, of course, coming into our neck of the woods with a lot of flooding rain up through New England over the last 24 to 48 hours, and some heavier rains working up through Nova Scotia as well. Not a lot of rain coming for Newfoundland or Labrador, but a lot of wind. And this is, again, where we're seeing those gusts over 100 kilometers per hour in Wreckhouse over the last couple of hours. That threat continues through this evening into the overnight. The rain moves through pretty quickly, so not a lot of time for it to add up, but we will see through Tuesday morning some of those steadier pockets moving through central parts of Newfoundland on the doorstep of St. John's early, but moving in through the morning. And again, watch that gradual clearing from west to east across the island through the afternoon. Same thing through most of Labrador, although some lingering flurries with those very strong winds in Western Labrador, gusting over 100 kilometers per hour, hence the wind warnings in place there. Temperatures into the double digits, even into the evening for the west coast of the island. Falling for central and eastern parts of Newfoundland, but again, for the trick-or-treaters, 10, 11, 12 degrees, so very, very mild but breezy on the island. And we are watching, again, those very strong winds in Labrador, tapering off as we roll towards Wednesday morning, but still very breezy to start the day on Wednesday. Flurries continue for the west. Chance of a shower early on for Corner Brook and the west coast, but a minor chance at that. It's an isolated shower risk. In fact, I didn't even put it in the icons, just a little heads up there. 8 to as warm as 12 degrees on the island with a bit of an onshore wind there, cooler along the west coast. Flurry chances once again in Western Labrador. Temperatures in that 2 to 6 range for the rest of the region. And note a bit of cloud cover kicking up for Thursday. Weak disturbance passing off to our east. Another little weak trough coming in. But overall, it's a quiet day on Thursday, which, again, for November 2nd, not bad at 6 to 9 degrees. Certainly closer to seasonal for where we should be. Chance of a flurry in western parts of Labrador. And there is, again, that downward trend. We'll watch another system move in for the later parts of the weekend to the weekend, which we may tap into some double-digit temps with that, but a cool down in behind. And so the roller coaster ride of late October, early November continues. And again, watching for the chance of some snow later week in Labrador with a forecast that has some below freezing temp highs. We'll keep you posted on that.
Thanks, Ryan. Our disability series, Access Denied, had a lot of people talking last week. We tackled many subjects, and tonight we want to visit one more with you. Sign language. Most people think of American Sign Language as just a way to translate English, but in fact, ASL is its own language.
Yeah, and you can see that by studying Miles Murphy's face when he talks about it. He's the head of the Newfoundland and Labrador Association for the Deaf, and we asked him the question, which is more beautiful, English or American Sign Language? Heather Crane is his interpreter.
Well, you know, of course I'm going to say ASL. I mean, it's pleasing to the eyes. It's very, you know, movements, flowing. English is, you know, I'll try and give an example here. ASL has grammar in facial expressions. For example, if you're happy, your eyebrows are up. In English, you say, "Are you happy?" But I mean, how the tone of your voice. English, "Are you happy?" Question mark. You don't sound happy. I look like I'm dead essentially when I'm signing "Are you happy?" But when I'm in ASL, you have the expression, so it's very different. You know, it's very visual. and it's very interactive, more exciting, more happy, more funny. It's a fluid language.
And our beautiful picture of the day is a drone shot from a community in northeastern Newfoundland. We featured it at the top of the show. Can you guess that community? We'll let you know where this is after the break.
Welcome back. Well, a costume store in St. John's getting into the Halloween spirit. They're spooking their customers.
Yeah, you know these decorations that are kind of robots that are there, the ones that move as you walk by? Well, one of the employees at Spirit Halloween pretended to be one of those robots, and lucky for us, they caught everything on camera. Check this out. Oh, that'll learn you.
I love the finger point, Adam.
Here we go. He doesn't seem to be too impressed.
No, I love it. He didn't do it to the kids though. It was smart, right? He waited for the grown-ups, the adults.
Scare them.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so before the break, we showed our beautiful viewer picture of the day, a drone shot. Look at the colors there. Reds and yellows and oranges.
Gorgeous.
Anthony, I'm surprised you didn't get this one.
I know this place so well. I pass it all the time, but from this angle, I had no idea.
Yeah, so our picture is from, and again, it's the angle that changes it up, Eastport. And Gary Locke here running the jib for us tonight correctly guessed that, and as did Mark Gray on Twitter. Paul Smith with the beautiful drone shot there.
I love those drone shots. Aren't they great?
Gorgeous.
We're probably not going to see all those colored leaves much later this week.
Yeah, it's hard to say how much damage the wind will do to the foliage, but you mentioned, Debbie, it's so dry everywhere in Terra Nova. You said it's really dry as well.
The wells are going dry.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just want to wrap up things tonight. We want to leave you with something. More than 50 people got together on a Saturday afternoon at Atlantic Place in St. John's to honor and celebrate the memory of Gord Downey with a group sing-along.
Yeah, and we're going to leave you with that tonight. Here are some musicians, Sean Panting and Brian Way, leading the Festival 500 Instant Choir in singing the Tragically Hips classic, Ahead by a Century. Good night.
Good night, everyone.